You've been told your whole life that in order to lose body fat, you need to eat less calories. But what if I told you you could actually eat more calories and lose more body fat? There's a study done at USF by Dr. Bill Campbell, who was actually my professor when I did the Science of Weight Management course there. This study was done in resistance-trained females, which I love this because that's a demographic that is not often researched. They took one group and increased their protein to 1.1 grams per pound of body weight, and the other group, they reduced their protein to 0.4 grams per pound of body weight. For reference, for the high protein group, this ended up being about a 60-gram protein increase, and for the low protein group, it was basically a reduction of 45 grams of protein. What the results showed was the group that increased their protein increased their muscle mass significantly more than the low protein group, which that's not really surprising. The group that increased their protein intake actually increased their total calorie intake by about 250 calories, whereas the low protein group reduced their calories by 300 calories. And guess what happened with fat loss? The group that ate more calories and more protein lost about 2% of their body fat. The group that ate less calories and protein also reduced their body fat, but it was only 1% compared to 2%. If you think about how wild this is, basically the high protein group ate 550 calories more than the low protein group and lost more body fat and gained significantly more muscle. So why did this happen? I'm sure part of it is the thermic effective food of protein. It's much higher than carbs or fat at around 25 to 30%, whereas with carbs it's more around like 5 to 8% and fat about 2 to 3%. But that alone wouldn't explain actually losing more body fat at a higher calorie amount. And I think there's just some sort of mechanism at play that we don't quite understand yet that has such a powerful impact to body composition. And I'm telling you, as a coach, this is one of my biggest struggles, getting people to eat enough protein. And I wouldn't be surprised if you had the same struggle. So try to help you with this and change your mindset around this. Let's just say, for instance, you were eating 1,800 calories and 150 grams of protein, but you think that's just too much. You're having a hard time with it. You want to reduce your protein. So say, for instance, you take away 25 grams of protein. That'd be 100 calories. Keep in mind, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. Well, if you're taking away 100 calories from protein, in my opinion, you should then drop your calories to 1,700 because it is not an even trade trading out protein for carbs or fat. Now, the good news here is if you're not eating enough protein, if you increase your protein, you could possibly even increase your calories by the same amount of protein that you're increasing, and you might even see better results. But especially if you just kept calories the same and ate a higher percentage of those calories from protein, there's a decent chance you're going to start getting better results. I'm telling you, I have seen this time and time again. When people have come to me and they're not seeing results, I keep them on the same calories they were eating before, but get their protein up, and boom, just like that, they start seeing results. Now, does this mean you have to eat the 1.1 grams per body weight that they did in the study? No, but if you can even just get it up at all compared to what you're doing now, it's gonna have benefit. And if you can get it up that high, it's probably gonna have even more benefit. And part of it depends on how lean you are as well. If you have a lot of weight to lose, eating around 1 or 1.1 grams of protein per pound of body weight will probably be unrealistic. If you're 300 pounds, you don't need 300 grams of protein. So if that's the case, at least shoot for around 1 gram per pound of a goal weight. But keep in mind, you need to pay attention to other things besides scale weight because muscle has weight. The group that increased their protein gained about 4.5 pounds of muscle. So if they only looked at scale weight, probably wouldn't have looked like they had that great of results. But when you factor in body fat and body composition as a whole, tremendous results. So don't get too tied to that scale. But here's the thing, clearly eating enough protein is one of the best things you can do to help lose body fat. But there's something else that's just as, and in my opinion, even more important. So if you can combine this protein strategy with the strategy you can check out in this top video up here, you'll turn your body into a fat burning machine, and this will be the fastest way possible to lose the body fat you're after. So check that out next, and I'll see you in that other video.